So, last weekend, our family gathered for one of our infamous game nights, hosted by my mom, who insists on enforcing a no cheating, no crying rule ever since my cousin Timmy started throwing a fit every time he lost at Monopoly. Everything was going as usual. My sister was suspiciously good at Clue, my dad was pretending he didn't care about winning, and Uncle Joe was missing in action, presumably raiding the fridge. Just as we were about to start a new round of Pictionary, Uncle Joe burst into the living room with a gleam in his eye and our golden retriever, Max, trotting behind him. "Everyone, I have an announcement," he said, pausing for dramatic effect. "Max here has been learning to play chess." Naturally, we were all intrigued, if not a little skeptical. After all, Uncle Joe is known for his outlandish ideas, like the time he tried to convince us that wearing socks inside out would bring good luck. But sure enough, he set up a chessboard and guided Max to his spot across from Aunt Linda, who had volunteered to be the first opponent. We watched in astonishment as Max used his nose to nudge the pieces into place, following what seemed to be a coherent strategy. Uncle Joe was beaming with pride, and we couldn't help but be impressed, although Timmy was already grumbling about unfair advantages. The game was intense. Max seemed to anticipate Aunt Linda's every move, countering her strategies with surprising agility. But then, in a shocking twist, Aunt Linda managed to put Max in checkmate. The room fell silent, and just as we were about to applaud Max for his efforts, he did something we never expected. He let out an exasperated sigh and, in perfect English, said, "Well, that's a load of kibble." The room erupted in laughter, with Timmy nearly falling off his chair. Uncle Joe just grinned and shrugged, as if a trash-talking dog was the most normal thing in the world. As the laughter subsided, we all marveled at the absurdity of the situation. Max, apparently unfazed by his loss, wagged his tail and trotted over to Uncle Joe for a well-deserved ear scratch. Aunt Linda was still giggling, and Timmy, with newfound respect for Max, offered him a treat as a peace offering. The night continued with more games and laughter, now punctuated by the occasional witty remark from Max, who had clearly embraced his new role as the family's most entertaining member. As we wrapped up the evening, Uncle Joe made one final comment that left us all in stitches. "Well, at least now we know why Max never chases the mailman, he's too busy checking his mate."